Hey, everybody. I'd say welcome to Popular Unknown Paintball Podcast, but that's not exactly what this is. This is the launch or the official announcement of John Amodea and Paintball.Media magazine's brand new documentary. And I've got Dave Wees Cook with me.
Hey, guys.
Because he actually has a lot of insight about what's going to be talked about. So this isn't really one of my podcasts. This is for Paintball.Media magazine and the announcement. But I am who I am, so it's going to go on my stuff too, not just Paintball.Media. So this documentary, and I can't show it for another 14 minutes, is all about the Jeremy Salm shooting incident at World Cup in, what was it, 2002, Weasel?
Yeah, but nobody knows about that, man.
Nobody knows about it. Well, everybody knows about the shooting incident, but this is the first time that, to my understanding, and from what I've been told, that Jeremy Salm has really opened up publicly about what happened.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well. I mean, I've known him for a long time. I've actually seen him here recently and played with him here not too long ago, and still never told me the full story. So my understanding, talking to John, is he's got it, which is awesome. I know, I spent a little time with John when I was back in Chicago and talked to him a little bit and did a little filming for the documentary as well. So
Right.
It's going to be quite interesting to hear the full story, because I don't know if you know, but I was playing with Lance just before that tournament in Chicago. And then that's when I left. It was right after Chicago, and then we went to World Cup, and I ended up playing with the All A's that tournament.
No, I didn't know that. Like,
Yeah.
I know that you were playing back at the time. All right, but I didn't actually know whether or not you were part of you were actually part of the show, or not the show, but actually part of the game that happened.
No, I'll leave that crown to Jeremy Salm, man. You can have that crown. I wasn't part of it, nor was I part of those decisions or those conversations. I just remember being on the field and playing with the All A's and hearing there was something was going down, and it was major, and everybody was trying to figure it out, and it was chaos, man. I mean, I remember it like yesterday. It was just nuts.
Well, the night I was a huge Avalanche fan back in the day, but back then you had to wait like X number of months unless you were really, really following Warpig. But you had to wait to find out what was going on. So when I heard about the shooting, or when I heard about this particular incident, I was blown away because my team basically died that day.
Right.
Now,
It did. It was the end of the end for Avalanche. I mean, that's what set them down the spiral. I mean, I was just, the starting point just before, Chris and I had some disagreements, and I was just kind of fed up with the bullshit. And, we were winning and we were doing great, and you'd like to say that, I mean, you look at bands, right? I'm a big band guy, and you look at some of these bands, and, they're at the top of the world, and yet they can't stay off drugs. They can't, stay out of trouble, and, they're just making stupid decisions. And, we were at the top of the world in the paintball industry at that time. And, when the stuff started getting ugly, it was just, we were just a mess, man. I don't know if it was the fame or what it was, but, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's one of the best teams I played on, to this day, and I've played on quite a few of the top teams.
Yeah.
Nobody could touch us back in those days.
No, nobody could touch you guys back then, and that was the thing. It was like you came on like an avalanche. Like, I'm assuming that's where you got the name, but you just blam. It was, you guys hit the scene and just steamrolled over everybody. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, I mean, you had people beat before you even got on the field. They're like, a good game, and you're like, dude, we haven't even played yet. And they're like, yeah, but it's gonna be a good game, and you guys are gonna win. And I'm like, nah, you just go out there and go have some fun, man. You never know, And we lost some games, back in those days we shouldn't have, and we won a lot that maybe we shouldn't have either, But for whatever reason, I know that in the documentary, and you guys will have to wait to see it if John throws it in there. But I talk about a specific incident at World Cup the previous year with Jeremy Salm, because he was my back guy on that game, which was pretty funny. But I won't
Well,
ruin it.
I do know, like, I don't know what all is in the actual documentary. I'm really excited about this documentary because guess who's narrating it?
Yeah, that's my boy.
When you went to watch it, you'll actually see my name in the credits, and I get interviewed a little bit for the show too. So I don't know what happens. All I know is that I get Amodea sending me the text, and so I just read the text for the narration. So it's going to be interesting to see, because even I don't know. Like, I wasn't able to see this until this morning, and he's like, "Okay, we're going to launch tonight." And I'm like, dude, you got to give me time to set up, try to get somebody on. Like, so not cool.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah,
awesome. John does a great job, man.
Oh yeah, he does. So we have about 8 minutes to kill before I'm allowed to show this video, because I'm not allowed to show it for until 8:15 exactly. So thank everybody. Right. I got 17 people watching. Oh, I got a bunch of comments and I'm missing them. And I said, 14 minutes, come on. And then, well, what's the new documentary you guys have to watch? And nice jersey, Steve. Yes, Rob Hansen. I am wearing my Destiny Midwest jersey in honor of Nikki, because she's fighting the COVID. So I had to wear this.
My heart goes out to Nikki. I sent her some big hugs through IM. We're thinking of you, Nikki. Get well soon.
Exactly. So I had to put the Destiny Midwest shirt on just to let Nikki know that we're all thinking of him. And yeah, so we got 17 people watching us, and we got 8 minutes we have to kill. One of the cool things about this podcast, or not this pod, but this documentary, is there's not just going to be one documentary. There's going to be 12 documentaries, one after another. So he's been running around and just collecting all sorts of things. He's going to take as much information as he can, and he's going to put it in. But yeah, so there's going to be 12 documentaries, and I'm going to be narrating, I think, all of them.
That's
Here's
awesome.
hoping.
Steve, I think it's going to be different topics too, isn't it?
Yes, every single documentary from for the next year is all different topics, and in order to get it, you just have to join the Paintball.Media Patreon. And so if you're supporting that, you get access to all these documentaries as they get released. Plus, he's going to be putting all the interviews up on the Patreon account. So not only do you get the documentaries, but you're also, like, these 12 documentaries, but you're also going to have access to, and he's going to be releasing stuff weekly, as I understand it, but you're going to have access to all the interviews of all the different people. And he's just, or not all of them, because I can't say who he is and who he isn't, but like every week there's going to be more stuff added. So I'm really excited to follow this.
Yeah, man, I am too. John, I mean, just looking at the last documentary he did, it was just amazing. So to take that and expand off of it and keep going is going to be awesome, especially having different topics. I mean, it's a lot of things that people talk about, when they're, done playing and they're chugging a beer back. And I mean, I could tell you stories of getting into it and some of the crazy stuff that happens. So it's kind of cool to see some of that stuff come out, and, you don't have to be at the field or know those specific guys to hear some of those stories, but it always amazes me, as long as I've been in the industry, as many people as I know, every tournament, it's almost like I hear a new story or remember this. I'm like, no, I don't remember that one. It's crazy.
All right. 5 minutes and I get to play the trailer. So I'm not allowed to play it until 8:15 exactly. So everybody that's watching got to hang on. Pardon?
We should make them wait longer.
No, I'm not going to do that, because I want to just put it out there. I can't wait. Like, I'm excited. Like, I let you see it, and John's gonna be mad at me for that, but I let you see it because you haven't, and I didn't want you, because I mean, you were part of the team back then, or just prior to and stuff. So I wanted to make sure. But you're actually in this trailer.
I am. But you just let the cat out of the bag. If you wouldn't have said anything, John would have never known I seen it. So I know. Before we went online, you're such an honest guy, buddy. That's what I love about you.
Well, I gotta be honest. But yeah, another thing I was told to tell everybody is that with this documentary, he's got a lot of people listed in the credits, but that's not everybody that's going to be in the documentary. And the documentary is going to be about about an hour and 15, hour and a half long. So it's not going to be a giant long one, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I loved his previous one, but 6 hours is a lot to watch.
It is. It takes quite a bit of time, man. It's hard to sit down and do a full marathon.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to these 12 because they're just like little sit downs and you can watch them. I'm just excited.
Me too.
All right,
man.
less than 4 minutes, and we got
it's like
17.
The countdown on New Year's Eve, man. Are you going to drop the ball or what?
I just wish I could create a timer. I was trying to figure out a way, but. And by the way, make sure you tell me whether you can hear sound or not when I hit play. It should be good, but all right, 3 minutes, everybody, and we launched we officially launched the trailer. I keep calling it a commercial. Definitely. John's like, it's a trailer. Right. It's not a commercial.
It is a trailer. Well, hey, for those, while we're killing some time, man, I don't know if everybody's been paying attention, but I hooked up with the Allie Remembered Foundation again, and we're helping a young man out with trying to earn some money to get a new prosthetic. He actually plays paintball. If you haven't heard about it or seen it, hit myself or Steve up. I know I posted on the OG page, giving away one of my signed autographed jerseys. I've got a team picture in there signed by, some of the greats, J-Man, Zendejas, myself, Dirk's got a signature on there. And then we got the Youngblood, our sons, all autographed. And then you got an old school red patch, man, which those things are hard to find. So we're giving that away to help promote and earn some money so he can get out there. My understanding is he won his first tournament too.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. I'm not familiar. I do know that with that though, I donated the old Benjamin Sherman KP3 rifle.
I know. It's gonna go up on my wall. I'm gonna win it
if you win.
Yeah. Well, and that was crazy just getting that from Canada, man. You had all sorts of issues trying to get that thing out.
Yeah, I had to get it. I had to take it apart, and it had to be a certain size because it was too big, and it was just a pain. I went to the post office like 3 times. All right, everybody, 2 minutes, and I get to show the trailer. So we're just talking about helping out a kid named Justin and getting him a new prosthetic leg so he can keep playing paintball. But yeah. Oh, we're down to 1 minute. We're getting close. Should I just hit play early? Or should I wait?
Go for it. That's what I would do.
We're talking about cheating in paintball.
I was going to say, man, I'm glad you said it because I was going to say it.
All right. Well, you know what? I think we're close to 8:15 as we're ever going to be. So why don't I just add this to the stream here? And let me pull this up. And here we go.
You got volume. You're good.
Awesome. On Friday, October 25th, 2002, Jeremy Somm of Avalanche walked into the woods adjacent to the National Paintball Supply Field at the PSP World Cup, wearing all black, face painted, and carrying a black marker. What transpired in the next hour changed the game of professional paintball forever. Game fixing, playing the gray area, positioning, illegal ramping guns, and outright cheating was rampant in the 1990s and early 2000s in professional paintball.
So Brenda comes to me and says, hey, why don't you throw this? If you give us the game, we'll give you 9 bodies. And you're not going to get 9 bodies playing us straight up. So just give us the game.
I love Tommy.
The woods,
oh, there's the good, cool guy.
And so it was really a lot easier to get away with that stuff.
But God, half of that team, like you shoot them and it's gone instantly.
It got to a point where if you wanted to compete and win, It couldn't be completely fair.
I remember calling Bob Long at Rennick Over. I said, "You may never play at my field again. You may never play in my tournament again. You better damn well hope that the UK Predators get what they deserve."
While walking the fields for the 5-man event, Jeremy noticed that one side of the 10-man field was not netted.
I remember talking to him about this multiple times too, and he told me that when he was walking the field is when he first knew he was going to do it. He looked at it and went, "Oh, this is ridiculous. No one can even catch me doing this." He's like, "I'm going to sit at any time we're playing an important game. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do this." So like it was pre-planned. That's like murder 1 instead of murder 3, right? Like,
I saw a golf cart go back behind the woods. So I knew what was going on. I don't want to say who was back there when I got there.
We had GZ and then
Rocky
Jax.
My boy.
And they sat me the GZ game.
Avalanche was playing Ground Zero Gold on the south end of the PSP World Cup property on the National Paintball Supply Field. From out of bounds, Jeremy Somm shot at multiple Ground Zero Gold players at the start of the game.
So he's in the woods. He's hidden. He shoots a ball
Johnny!
onto the live playing field as Avalanche is playing Ground Zero, but the guy doesn't leave.
This is talking about someone who's going down as the most notorious cheater of all time.
The backlash is real.
How awesome is that?
Pain that you feel. They want you to kneel. The only way out is to stand up and shout.
Man, that's just, that's so awesome. What John's already started putting together. I can't wait for this thing to come out.
Me too. January's going to be a long time.
Look at
Oh,
that.
there's
He's
your
got
name.
Chris Lemansky in there, Rocky, Chris Lasoya.
There's
Cole
me.
Wasn't playing with him at that time. Man, he's got some good interviews for this thing. This is going to be nice, man. I can't wait to see the whole thing.
All right, let's pause this for a second. So we got Jeremy Somm, obviously.
Yep.
Frank Cornell, Adam Gardner, which is wicked. And they had, do you remember how I told you that there's going to be surprises? He's got Adam Gardner there, but it was Bill Gardner that was in the video, wasn't it?
Yep, it was. It was Bill in the video. And that's funny because if you remember Tahoe, I don't know if you ever saw that video, but you want to talk about an infamous eating moment. Always at North Star Ski Resort when we played there here in California. Not too far from where I live now. That was on the video where Billy got shot in the shoulder and on camera and threw it in the bunker and kept wiping it.
Yeah. All right. See who else we got here. And there's you, obviously. The immortal Dave Wees Cook, John Dresser. I love that guy. Ryan Moorhead is such a cool guy. I've only gotten to start to get to know him in the last few weeks. But I can't say enough nice things about Ryan Moorhead. And everybody loves Rocky. Chris Lasoya. I love that guy so much.
Glory boy.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Jerry Braun, obviously. Todd Hugo, Greg Hastings, Chris Cole, Steve McGuire, which is me. I don't know why I got thrown into this, but I'm in it.
Yeah, talk about Greg Hastings, man. He was, when he was doing the Reds thing, he was our huge sponsor for Avalanche.
Oh, yeah. And we got Andy Starrett in there too. I wonder why Andy's in there. Now I know that Andy actually won a international amateur open. So I mean Andy's got the cred. I'm just surprised. I just don't know why he would be in there. Or Simon Stevens for that matter. Simon's been run forever.
Well, Steve, I mean, it's no different than why you're in here, right?
I don't know why.
You spun on me in Denver in the 50 cal.
I think you got that little. I think you got that little backwards.
What are you talking about?
I think you got that reversed.
We might have to have a rematch, buddy.
Hey, have you seen those new jelly balls for the kids?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, no. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more later, but that's awesome. All right, so what do you think? Do you think we should watch this? Actually, let's let this finish out so that all the credits get rolled. So So it releases January 20th on 2021, and the runtime is 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to wonder if it's going to be able to hold to that.
Any comments from people? What are they thinking so far?
I beg your pardon?
Any comments from the group?
Okay. Well, let's see here. Okay, so TB Wright said interesting. Bobby Douse said no kidding. That's not an exact quote.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote who shot Kennedy, whatever that is, and then there's a lot worse than that. What about all the fixing? All right. So with regards to that question, yes, there's a lot worse than that. And I know that when I was interviewed, I talked about that a little bit. Not that I was directly involved in actual game fixing at any particular time, but you couldn't play paintball back then and not obviously see it. I remember watching a really great team, which shall remain nameless, come up to the Wasaga Beach. And when they played the red team versus their blue team, when they played each other, the one team that needed to win won, and the one team that lost got absolute maximum points possible. It was like the perfectly choreographed game. So, yeah. So what did you think of the trailer?
It's awesome. I think it's a story that needed to be told. I know a lot of people were wanting to hear about it and see what was going on. So it was actually good to see it and hear about it. So I think from that perspective, it's awesome, man.
I'm really looking forward to it as well. I mean, I've heard little bits and pieces here and there. I know Chris Lasoya talked about it a little bit on Carl Markowski's podcast a year or two ago, and I really enjoyed that podcast. By the way, just for the record, I think Carl Markowski is one of the greatest podcasters out there, and I love his stuff. Way better than me. Like, he's just fantastic. So I just want to throw that out there. Give him a great plug. Oh, Bobby Douse said 90s ball kind of created the need to overshoot for some players. Yeah, I'll agree with that. There were some players that just needed to be hammered. You look like you froze up on me, Weasel. Oh, and evening, guys. I've missed a bunch here, haven't I? Yes, Sean, you did. We played the trailer, but you know what? I'm thinking we should probably play it again. What do you think? Should we play it again? Oh, he's freezing up on me a little bit, but why don't we play it one more time, because Sean just joined in and I want to see the trailer again. Oh, it's on Friday, October 25th, 2002. Oh, I forgot I turned it down. Adjacent to the National Paintball Supply Field at the PSP World Cup, wearing all black, face painted, and carrying a black marker. What transpired in the next hour changed the game of professional paintball forever. Game fixing, playing the gray area, positioning, illegal rampant guns, and outright cheating was rampant in the 1990s and early 2000s in professional paintball.
So Renda comes to me and says, hey, why don't you throw this? If you give us the game, we'll give you 9 bodies. And you're not going to get 9 bodies playing us straight up. So just give us the game.
You're in the woods. You're not out in the wide open. So it was really a lot easier to get away with that stuff.
But God, half of that team, like, you shoot them and it's gone instantly.
It got to a point where if you wanted to compete and win, you couldn't be completely fair.
I remember calling Bob Long and Rennick over. I said, you may never play at my field again. You may never play at my tournament again. You better damn well hope that the UK Predators get what they deserve.
While walking the fields for the 5-man event, Jeremy noticed that one side of the 10-man field was not netted.
I remember talking to him about this multiple times too, and he told me that when he was walking the field is when he first knew he was going to do it. He looked at it and went, oh, this is ridiculous. No one can even catch me doing this. He's like, I'm going to sit. And anytime we're playing an important game, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do this. So like it was pre-planned. That's like murder 1 instead of murder 3, right? Like,
I saw a golf cart go back behind the woods, so I knew what was going on. And I don't want to say who was back there when I got there.
We had GZ and then Jax, and they sat me the GZ game.
Avalanche was playing Ground Zero Gold on the south end of the PSP World Cup property on the National Paintball Supply Field. From out of bounds, Jeremy Somm shot at multiple Ground Zero Gold players at the start of the game.
So he's in the woods. He's hidden. He shoots a ball onto the live playing field as Avalanche is playing Ground Zero, but the guy doesn't leave.
This is talking about someone who's going down as the most notorious cheater of all time.
The backlash is real. It's the pain that you feel. They want you to need.
I just had to give that another play there, Dave. You were cutting in and out there for me a little bit, so I just fired it up. Oh.
I need to hurry up and get this thing out there.
Sorry, I muted you by accident because there was a beeping while you were doing stuff in your car. My apologies.
Yeah.
I got you unmuted now.
No worries. Yeah, man, I'm glad you played it again. It just makes me want to see more and more of it. John needs to hurry up and get this thing out so we can see the whole thing.
Well, this is the official launch. So this is going to start getting posted on a regular basis. And you're going to be able to watch the trailer as much as you like. But this is the first time anybody gets to see the trailer. Myself and the cool cats at Behind the Bunker, they're going to be showing this as well. But yeah, so this isn't my normal time, but for those people that don't watch Behind the Bunker, I wanted to get it out and broadcast it on Paintball.Media's magazine's Facebook page and my own as well. So yeah, that was awesome. And I'm so glad you were here to join it with us.
Yeah, man, I appreciate the invite. Like always, man, always here to help support you any way I can. And John as well. He's a great guy. I've known him for a long, long time. And it's an important topic, man. Cheating is part of the game. It's always been part of the game. It's going to continue to be part of the game. And, all they crack down. I mean, I could tell you tons of different stories, man. I mean, I was just in Chicago playing the ICPL. And we watched Dave Baines, playing with Cat Factory, take one right in his loader. He looks down at it, looks at the ref, takes off in the woods. Ref goes after him, and Dave comes back out shooting. It was on, man, that quick. The whole crowd's like, "Wow!" It's just part of the game, And you get a lot of the younger guys getting really pissed off and upset. And it's like, well, you just got to play that much better then, right? Make sure. And, like one of the comments said, that's when overshooting started. Absolutely right. It's why it started is because you want to make sure one of two things. One, they're not going to wipe on you. And two, that if they're going to try, they're never going to think about it twice. And I'll give you a prime example. I was playing with LaSoya and B-Dub in Hawaii, and we were just playing a little throw together thing in Hawaii, some little local tournament out there. And we were in the finals, and we were playing the local team out there, and we were just smashing them. And this guy comes up, I rip him, Chris starts ripping him. Guy keeps playing, keeps coming at us. So what's LaSoya do? He just takes his whole loader, dumps it on the guy, and we were shooting Diablo Hellfire, and you know how bright orange that stuff is, right?
Yes, I do.
So he's shooting this guy. I start shooting him some more. This guy is just completely from head to toe orange, and the guy's still coming at us. He ended up coming and starting to fight. He actually sucker punched me, and B-Dub had to tackle the dude, but it's, if nothing else, man, you throw it out there, says you're not going to screw with us. You're not going to, cheat us. And if you do, you're going to pay for it,
Yep. Well, that happened at World Cup, like a week ago. I was charging and I got lit up like a Christmas tree. Like I figured I'd be aggressive. I'd try to pull some shots my way, and they just stitched me. I wasn't cheating. I didn't play on, but because of the angle that I was coming and the way I came in, like it was very aggressive. If the roles had been reversed, So hey, no, I have no hard feelings at all. I wasn't cheating. I was just taking the hits and trying to make something happen. You know what I mean?
You were the decoy, man. We've done that before. You'll throw a decoy down one side, and then you'll launch down the other side. You'll get all the guns turned. I mean, you know, as long as you don't pull that trigger and you kind of just teeter off towards the side, man, it's part of the strategy. And you know, I can tell you, we've talked about stuff like that in the middle of the game. Hey, here's what I need you to do, and
Yep.
you'd be surprised how well it works, man. You know, especially in the woods.
Yeah. No. All right. So somebody said, did I miss it? Well, I have played it twice. So maybe you did. But the nice thing is that it's live now and it's going to be posted up and everybody's going to be able to see it. So yeah. Well, I've dominated your time for 30 minutes, Wheeze, and I appreciate that. I think we've covered everything that we need to cover. It was just wanted to get that out there. I'm so excited. I'm narrating. So
awesome. Well, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. To everybody out there, I love you guys. Stay safe, and thanks for supporting the OG Ironman and myself. Like I said, look for that raffle. See if you can help out and win my jersey.
absolutely. That's if you need to reach out, either reach out to Wheeze here, or you can reach me. It's happening on the members only. We're waffling it off, and that is a Shocker XLS that was done by Tim Montresor and Russell and then I donated the KP3 rifle, and you donated the jersey and the rare patch and the picture, and somebody's already thrown in a brand new set of HK pants, and there's more stuff being added as well. So
nice. Take care,
all
guys.
right.
Happy Thanksgiving and stay safe.
All right. Thank you so much, Wheeze. It was a pleasure having you on.